Hello everyone, who are fun and doing great. Welcome to Elyas Tech channel. If you're new here, welcome, and I'm so happy to see you all once again. In this lecture, we're going to discuss about how we can remove the DHCP server, or we can say Dynamic Host Configuration Protocol server, using Windows Server 2022. So I know, of course, most of you are, including me. I personally, or we can say we personally, never use DHCP server, especially Microsoft. That is a good plan. That's a good from the network, or I can say from system infrastructure. That is the best plan. If you have a free Windows, you can use that Windows as a DHCP server. But if you use Active Directory, domain controller, all the servers in one operating system, I think it's gonna be a dangerous. It's gonna be a hard to, if anything happen, to resolve the issue. That is why today I thought to share with all of you how we can remove uh, the HCP server using Windows Server 2022. All right, so I just log into my Windows. So you have to make sure that you log into the admin user. If you're not admin user, it's not possible to remove. Then you have to come to Server Manager. Of course, this is one of the common place to come. I've seen some people, they click on a tools to find out how to do that, but once you come to manage, here is a two option: add rules and features, remove rules and features. So in here we are coming to click on remove rules and feature. Once I click on remove rules and feature wizard, what we're gonna do in here, there's only one button, either cancel or next. You have to click next. Once we click next, of course, you have to find out the domain name. If you're using the domain controller, the main domain controller, you may encounter only one. But if you're using additional domain, child domain, or we can say subdomain, that's additional domain, you will be a witness of two parallel domain in here as well. So far, this was my test lab. So if you notice in here, it is Elyas Tech. This was my domain controller, and I will pick the first one. I will say select the server from the server pool. I will pick only the server. I will click next. Once I click next, if you notice in here we have Active Directory domain server. I am not touching anything, since the topic is how we can remove DHCP server using Windows Server 2022. Just uncheck this one. And one thing you should keep in your mind to remove the all whatever feature does it come with the DCP server, that will be very helpful as well. Click remove features and then click next. Once you click next, do not touch the group policy management, that is built in. Once you configure Active Directory or domain controller, it does come with that. Just click next. You don't have to do any magic in here. You probably need to click in here if you want, but one thing you should remember that if you're figuring this out during off working hours, for example a production, you don't have to do these things. These are not my suggestion that you have to do during of the working hours, but mostly weekend, or of course um, you have a right to remove the DCP server, because it's gonna be a lot of problem. Click yes. Uh, if restart required, and here I say that yes, restart the computer when the DCP is removed. So it's gonna take time. Let's see how long will it take in order to remove the DHCP server as well. Let's see. So I'm using virtual machine, and um, it's a I like the CP server. It is very wonderful. The HCP, or we can say it's a very wonderful protocol. But most of all from the network architect, we are using layer 3 or firewall, or we can say router or L3 and network device as a DHCP server. So and because I've seen some companies, they just configure a DHCP server, domain controller, DHCP server, IS server, web server, DFS server in one domain controller. It is hard. This is not safe. So from all the standpoint, and I thought to share my opinion with all of you as well. So it is a good information. So as you notice in here, gonna take time probably. What I'm going to do is that I'm going to pause the video, and once this is over, and if it automatically restart, and I will definitely share that one as well with all of you. Let's see what's gonna happen. All right, I don't have to um, I don't have to pause the video. I think as you notice in here, it automatically remove the DHCP server, since you guys remember that it was my it was I installed in my virtual box. So nothing happened. So I remember that wasn't it was just only NAT. It was not a bridge between server and my, we can say, host computer. We have a host computer and we have a guest computer. So the host computer is the one which I'm using, the main one, and the virtual operating system which is running, that's called the guest operating system. All right, so let's see. I thought gonna be less than a 5 minute, probably it's more than that, but that's fine. So far, let me zoom it a little bit. This one. Getting Windows ready. Sometimes you should keep in your mind, if it is slow, it doesn't mean something is wrong with the hardware, something is wrong with the operating system. Once it's removed the feature, for example, the DHCP server, it may require to take this much time, because it should remove everything. If here's the thing, if the DHCP is still not wiped and it's not clean, what if I run my, for example, Cisco router, DHCP, and manual? If I run my Windows operating system, DHCP, it's gonna be a lot of problem in the network. But if your network engineer is knowing how to configure a span switch port analyzer, a spanning tree protocol, that will definitely avoid this kind of activity. All right, let me log in. I remember the admin. I remember the admin password. All right, in order to just cross check to make sure that everything is okay, there's no issue. Top of that, my Windows server, I assign IP manually, so the server manager automatically pop up. I don't have to search for this one. We have to come to tools, click in here. If you notice in here, there is no DHCP server, there is no dynamic host configuration protocol. All right, guys, I think uh, uh, part of the installation wasn't the installation, part of uh, the process was remaining here. I'm sure it is complete and 100%. We just need to close this one as well. So close, and we're good to go. So we have to wait to make sure that the service is also green. If any error is coming in here, we have to fix it. So this was just our alarm, like, hey, you know what, one of the feature has been removed from the server. Services are an issue. So as this the issue, it could be because the Windows was just for testing purpose. It may get expired as well, but searching. All right, DNS is okay, Active Directory is okay, everything is okay. All right, the only way to appreciate my work is to simply subscribe my channel and share this information with your friend, with your colleagues, with whoever you think they're pursuing such a valuable information. Until next time, stay safe, be brave, and of course, see you guys next time.